Okay, in this example, we are trying to find ZX. So I'm going to call this side X. And my angle that I'm given is 41 degrees. That's my theta. So 12.2 is going to be the opposite side. And X is my adjacent side. So if I'm thinking about SOHCAHTOA, I know the opposite side. I'm looking for the adjacent side. Hypotenuse doesn't matter, it's irrelevant. So I want to look for the trig function that relates the opposite side to the adjacent side, which is tangent. TOA, tangent. So I'm going to use tangent. My angle is 41 degrees, so that goes inside the parentheses, equals the opposite side over the adjacent side. So 12.2 over the adjacent side, X. So this time my variable, my missing side, is in the denominator. And so I need to get that X out of the denominator. Well, technically I'm dividing by X, so I need to do the opposite of divide, which is multiply. So I'm going to multiply by X on both sides of the equation to keep it balanced. So on the right side, my X's are going to cancel out, and I'm left with just 12.2. Over here, I'll have X times tangent of 41. So tangent of 41, that's something you can type in your calculator and it'll give you a number. So you can treat it just like any other number. So if I want to get X all by itself, I'm going to have to divide by tangent of 41 on both sides. So the tangents of 41 will cancel out here. And then I can just type 12.2 divided by tangent of 41 and make sure that you are in degree mode, or else your answer is going to be wacky, and you will get 14.03, which is just 14.0 inches. So X, or ZX, is 14.0 inches. And you should write that 0 so that I know that it has been rounded to the nearest tenth, as opposed to like it's just 14 exactly, because it's not 14 exactly, it's 14.0344947. So when it says round to the nearest tenth, even if the last digit is 0, you should still list it, you should still write it, just so I know that, like, you know that this is a rounded number, not like a perfect whole number. Another thing, excuse me, think about the angles. So if this angle is 41 degrees, then this angle should be 49 degrees. So 41 and 49, those are like kind of close to 45, 45. So like if this was a 45, 45, 90 triangle, then our two legs would need to be congruent. So since it's not a 45, 45, 90 triangle, it's off, it's different. Those sides are not going to be congruent, but they are going to be fairly close to each other, like relatively in the ballpark. This side and this side should be at least like kind of close to each other. So 12.2 and 14, those are like relatively close. And then another thing, remember the smallest angle is across from the smallest side, the shortest side, and the bigger angle is across from the bigger side. So since 41 degrees is smaller than 49 degrees, this side that's opposite of 41 degrees, 12.2, should be smaller than the side that's opposite of the 49 degree angle, 14, which it is. So those are a couple things that you can do just to check and make sure that your answer is at least like in the ballpark, like, or you're like on the right track, or your answer isn't like totally wackadoodle. You can check and make sure that the smaller angle is across from the smaller side and the bigger angle is across from the bigger side.